What's up, Misfits? This is Long Island Josh here with this guy Red and Corey. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Yo.
All right, and we're here. And we're here tonight to discuss tonight's WWE Fastlane that came from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
How'd you guys feel about the overall show? Overall,
I'll just say overall, didn't care for it, and I actually restarted my WWE Network account for this pay-per-view, so I don't think it was worth it. But, Corey, what were your thoughts?
It was bad. It was a bad show. I mean, you get that gut feeling when you finish off a wrestling show or a movie or anything you watch in general. And my gut feeling right away was like, this was a waste of my time. I would have had a better time watching some other stuff on TV. Wrestling could be good. It just wasn't one of those nights.
Red, what did you think?
Yeah, the pay-per-view itself fell flat for me. Honestly, I really do think the Elimination Chamber, even though this was Raw's pay-per-view before WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber was SmackDown's pay-per-view before WrestleMania, and I really think that SmackDown put on a better pay-per-view than these guys did, in my opinion.
Absolutely. SmackDown Elimination Chamber was a great show, filled with a few great matches. Like, this had one match that I enjoyed.
All right, the one match that drew this whole pay-per-view was Goldberg taking on Kevin Owens for Kevin Owens' Universal Championship match. What did you guys think was going to happen? Red, what did you think was going to happen?
We talked about this before. I told you that it was going to be maybe Chris Jericho was going to screw over Kevin Owens. I think a lot of people saw that just because of what happened with their whole falling out. And that's what happened today. Kevin Owens was just being Kevin Owens tonight, playing mind games and whatnot, jumping in and out of the ring. But how it went down, I expected it to go down exactly like that.
All right, Corey, before we get into it, Corey, what did you think was going to happen? Not what did, but what do you think?
Well, I knew going into it that they're going to have to keep it shorter than Goldberg Lesnar, because that's going to, if it's any longer than that, it makes Lesnar work even worse than he has been, which you can't do that because that's the big match at Mania. So knowing that was going to be shorter, it's exactly what I thought would happen. To a T. It's exactly how it went down.
All right. Now, I had maybe gone the opposite way of you guys. I thought this one was going to go long, and by long, 5 minutes. And maybe this technically did overall as a segment, but the match itself is what we all probably expected. And Goldberg is our new Universal Champion.
Not my champion.
No, it was. Everybody expected it, but it just felt flat. Like, the Elimination Chamber had so many names into it, the way they had the pay-per-view going on with the main event, but this wasn't at the level of what they did. So I just feel like that Raw kind of, you can see it in their shows. The last couple Raws, the last couple or few Raws have been falling flat lately compared to SmackDown, and I'm just thinking that tomorrow they got to do something. They got to do something to have a good pre or a post pay-per-view show. If it's not, they're just gonna have what they had like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, for anyone who didn't watch, basically the whole match was, before it even started, Kevin Owens would not get in the ring, so to allow the ref to ring the bell, so they stalled for time. And then the second or third time he tries to stall, we get Jericho's music. Owens gets distracted. Goldberg hits a spear, and Goldberg wins.
Well, jackhammer, then Goldberg wins.
What? Yeah. Either way.
But
he's not Roman Reigns. Got to hit that jackhammer.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, what'd you guys feel about the Braun Strowman Roman Reigns match?
This was the only one I enjoyed. I can't get enough. I can't get enough of Braun Strowman. I really feel like he plays the monster, the mountain among men, very, very well. I really hope they don't screw this up and ruin him. But he has star written all over him. He is, and they put on a good match. Roman Reigns is a good worker. I mean, everyone gives him a lot of crap because he's Roman Reigns, but on the whole, he knows how to put on a good wrestling match. He could have that big match, and I loved the match with Braun. I was thoroughly entertained the entire time. It was very straightforward. We knew it was going to happen the whole time, but they both put on a very good match. That's how I feel.
Well, I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm on the Braun camp, and I was thinking Braun's going to get the win here because maybe Vince is changing his mind on Roman, but that seems not to be coming anytime soon.
No, I don't think he'll change his mind on Roman. I mean, someone's gonna replace John Cena, and they've been putting everything on Roman Reigns. But I agree with Corey. This was actually like I didn't want Roman Reigns to win. I was more for Braun Strowman to just dominate, but Braun Strowman did dominate. But then Roman Reigns did go through hell, and then they went back and forth with each other, and I enjoyed it, And I feel like that Roman Reigns won, that he deserved the win in a way at the end of it. It's not just one of those things to where it's like make him look strong, let him just win. But this was actually pretty good.
They had the spot, kicked out of the spear, and he did the let me back up on my hands really quickly, crab walk backwards, and say, "Oh my God, what do I need to do next?" And have that look on my face. He had
the disbelief that Cena has and Roman has now too.
That's not only Cena. That's a trope. Yeah. I mean, I hit you.
What is it going to take?
Exactly. Like it should be over, but it's not. Hey, that made Braun look like $1 million because I can't think of the last person that kicked out of the spear. I'm sure I know they've done it, but it's very few and far between. It's like kicking out of the AA.
I like Braun. I think he's improved as a worker. I don't think he could really do long main events. I don't think he's ready to be a main event guy, but
he can talk too.
I mean,
yeah, he's improved. He's improved from his SmackDown days, but he's not there yet. Roman Reigns is a good worker, or decent, because I still hate him, so I won't give him a full compliment. But there's nothing really wrong with this match. It was entertaining. This is one of the few I was actually looking forward to, besides the main event. So I'm happy with it, even though the guy who I didn't want to see win won.
All right, so now let's talk about Charlotte Flair versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship.
You guys can talk about it because I wasn't really into this. Yeah,
it's boring.
It was.
Still the time we see it. I mean, Raw has a serious problem. I mean, not to go off the topic a little bit because it's still about the Raw women. They have a serious problem because they have 4 girls. It's just those 4 girls wrestling with each other. SmackDown gets it done and keeps it fresh somehow by having
they have 2 hours opposed to 3. So,
yeah, but and they're being used so much more, and it feels fresh on SmackDown. Like the same girls are fighting each other.
The SmackDown has like 6 or 8.
They feel the matches feel but not like it's the same show over and over again. And I love Bayley. I mean, I love Bayley in NXT. Who doesn't? Who enjoys pro wrestling? Enjoy Bayley, and Charlotte's great too. If you put it together, it really should have been a great match, but it was just boring. I mean,
well, Bayley retained her women's title, and I was surprised at that. I assumed that Charlotte was going to win and become a 4-time champion already.
Yes, it would be the 4th time.
But
she's racking up those wins to get to that 16.
But it comes down to I agree with Corey that the women's division in Raw is a lot different than SmackDown's women's division. It comes down to when Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley were, I think, tweeting each other. Daniel Bryan says we value our women on our brand a lot more better than you guys, and I really enjoyed.
I think he called him out on Talking Smack.
Yeah, and he
told him to suck it.
Yeah, he told him to suck it and everything. And I enjoy the women's division on SmackDown a lot. I mean, these guys have Charlotte, they have Bayley, they have Sasha Banks, but it's just the same match every week in and out. And SmackDown, they're putting different people together, and I just feel like that they know how to put on a better show with their women's division on SmackDown better than Raw right now.
It's honestly, they put on a better show, and it's not like anyone will even deny that. If you look at like the WrestleMania card that's like being built right now, you have 2 guys for SmackDown that are there year round. You got 2 guys that are working all the house shows that are in your main event. You look at Raw, you're going to have two guys that are not there all the time in Lesnar versus Goldberg, and then you're going to have another match with a part timer in Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, and it feels like the Raw matches are the matches that are supposed to appeal to the mass crowd, the people that only watch the WrestleMania and not the product the entire year, and the SmackDown matches are the ones that are going to try to appeal to us, the people that watch and endure and enjoy what it is week in and out.
All right. I want to go into what this means for Mania, but really quick, let's just run down the card. I don't think we really have to talk much about some of these matches, but the show opened with Sami Zayn took on Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe won by, I guess, technical knockout because Sami Zayn passed out to the Coquina Clutch. I thought it was a good match, good opener. Quick thoughts?
This match should. I'm going to sound like such a goddamn smart, but this match should have been bigger than it was. I hate.
You're right. Smart. Red. What did you think?
I seen these guys wrestle in NXT, so I was expecting that type of match that they had in NXT, which was a pretty good match, better than what they put on tonight. But I just feel like Sami Zayn just kind of squashed to Samoa Joe.
All right. Yeah. Second match: Enzo Amore and Big Cass took on Carl Lynch and Luke Gallows for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Anyone got some thoughts on this?
No.
Right team won. That's all I'm gonna say.
Enzo took a lot of knees to the face, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the right team won. You don't want to I like it. I like when somebody holds the belt for a little bit. I don't want to hotshot the title around too much. So, right team won.
All right, next match. Nia Jax took on Sasha Banks. Nia Jax, Sasha Banks. Sasha wins with a roll-up.
One statement from you earlier tonight. Moose knuckle.
Wait, really?
She's not like most girls.
Because she used to have a penis.
Right?
Yeah, the Unsullied joke that happened on Raw last week. The Unsullied from Game of Thrones who are eunuchs. Eunuch warriors.
All right, well, so this match was...
She's not like most girls. She used to have a penis. Okay.
So this match was just the other part of Raw's women division. And not much really to be said.
Yeah, it was there.
Nia sucks. Nia sucks. She's not getting better. I know people are saying she is. She's not. Like, it's just nepotism.
All right, so then we got two impromptu matches.
Fillers.
Bonus matches.
Fillers.
TNA bonus matches.
Fillers.
All right, well, I walked my dog during this, so Corey, take the next two just real quick.
Well, Jinder and Rusev hate each other now because they can never get on the same page as a team. And Rusev's all jealous of Jinder's body, I think. But they're in the back with Foley, and Foley says, "You know what? You're both gonna have matches tonight, so head on out, and you guys pick amongst yourselves who you're gonna fight." Good job, Foley, making the matches. Nice lazy work. So Jinder goes first and fights Cesaro. There's nothing really to even say about this. And then Rusev goes and is the Big Show. And they had Big Show go over Rusev, which it really shows how far down the card Rusev has fallen since he was feuding with Cena a few years ago.
Red, what do you think of these two matches?
Technically, the matches were just filler matches. I just feel like that I don't think they were expecting to fill out the whole card just because of how fast the Goldberg and Kevin Owens match. So they're like, we got to squeeze in as much as we can so we can just have a little time. That way we can fill up the 3 hours. So I think this is just filler matches for me.
So I came back from my dog walk, and I luckily got to see this. Jack Gallagher took on Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. This match I'm actually looking forward to because past few weeks on Raw, they've been building Jack up. And like I told Corey, I was a little worried that this would be too much like Jack's kind of funny cruiserweight style, and I was hoping for more just serious cruiserweight style. But I thought this match was pretty good. It went long, but I think it was very solid in ring. Neville won, which I'm happy with. So hopefully he continues his reign into WrestleMania and past that. But I think the cruiserweight division is starting to get on track, and that's probably because they finally brought Neville back in, because I think it was a cluster leading up to this.
I had a
past few
I had
months
a
at
laugh
least.
at what's his name, Austin Aries, when he's like, "Let's take a look at my package," and that got a chuckle out of Corey Graves, and they put the video package up. Once the video package was done, he's all like, "The package was so big that they had to slim it down or something like that." That just, I don't know. Austin Aries is just throwing stuff out there, but I'm like I said, like I told you before, I think with the whole video package and Austin Aries being more on TV, they're going to go for Neville versus Austin Aries at WrestleMania for the Cruiserweight Championship. But I think Jack Gallagher impressed me tonight against Neville. It was actually pretty good. I really feel like that this Cruiserweight match did a lot better than the Charlotte Bayley women's title match. They should have just switched up both title matches and had this one as the co-main event.
I agree with most of what you just said, except for the fact I don't think it's going to be Aries versus Neville at Mania. It seems like now it's going to be Jericho versus Owens, probably for Jericho's belt, and then on the other end, it is going to be Ambrose versus Corbin. There's no way it's not if you've been watching SmackDown. So you need your clusterfuck ladder match like they have at Mania every year. So I think that this year it's going to be the cruiserweights, and they'll hold off on Aries until make that the program for right after Mania.
So you think we'll get a flip-de-doo spot fest cruiserweight match, or will the title be on the?
We get a 6-man or a 7-man or an 8-man, whoever, whatever the amount of guys they want to throw together in a ladder match, and I think they give them like 15 minutes to like go out there and have fun, and I think that's what they do with the cruiserweights. And then I definitely do think they do. Aries and Neville is going to be a big time feud for them, but I think they save that for Raw after Mania.
All right. Well, speaking of Mania, main event wise, Goldberg's got the belt now. So Goldberg brought to the belt.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to handle a Kevin Owens rematch clause. I guess that's going to be
Jericho screws him in the rematch again.
When do you think they're going to do it though?
Tomorrow on Raw.
Tomorrow on Raw. I want my rematch tonight.
Yep, because Goldberg will come out. He'll say how good he is. He'll grant him a rematch right then, right now, and then Jericho will do something to cause Goldberg to win, or Goldberg will just straight up win. One spear, then jackhammer, and he pins him right there. Says next,
so
next Brock.
Goldberg's going to wrestle on Raw.
I could see him wrestling in a skit, and like maybe a ref doesn't even come out, but the crowd chants for the pin, and Foley's like, that was your rematch.
Oh, that would be so horrible.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, but okay.
Doesn't have to. It's Raw.
That would be so bad. Oh my God, I can't even see them doing that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
What was next after Neville?
That was it.
Well, that's pretty much our show. So
well, let me tell you guys that after Gallows and Anderson retained their tag team championships earlier, Broken Matt Hardy tweeted to them and said, "Brother Nero and I have deleted the title reign of the club's Bucks of Youth. See your goal, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson."
Well, Hardy's apparently signed with Ring of Honor, but didn't say how long the contract was. I could see this being a short-term thing, next 2 to 6 months, and maybe the Hardys do make their way to WWE.
I can see it not even being true that he signed with Ring of Honor. Meltzer's been wrong.
Yeah, but I think Ring of Honor will take the chance to have them for a few months. I can see this being a short-term deal.
Yes, I can see this being a deal until right after Mania when they come in. But, I heard they're actually taking independent bookings down. Also, I just read that too, so maybe they are going to be there for a little bit. Because that was why everyone was thinking WWE, because they stopped taking independent bookings after a certain date. I think it was like in May.
All right. So again, just in conclusion, what were your guys' thoughts about this whole pay-per-view, and whether it's not worth watching a replay on the WWE Network?
If you were to watch it, I would say you can go watch the Neville Gallagher match. That's fine. And you can go watch Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. And if you feel inclined to, you can go watch Goldberg win the belt. But everything else is very skippable.
Yeah, I agree with it. I agree with everything he said. Just for that fact, just certain things that was on the show, but I would just say that the show was just mediocre and it's not really worth replaying just to watch through what happened and everything.
Yeah, I thought the show was okay. I don't think it was worth my 3 hours of time, but I would watch the 5-minute segment of Goldberg Kevin Owens, watch the Roman Reigns Braun, and Gallagher Neville match. That's pretty much all you really need to watch for the show. All right, Misfits, we hope you enjoyed this episode of us reviewing WWE Fastlane. If you did like it, please hit that like button, press subscribe for more wrestling videos, and do please leave a comment.